Hello, hello. Happy Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday, everybody. I am so excited about being here. Today is Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday, and I am just super honored. We will get started in just a moment. Hello, hello. Look at this beautiful background here. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday. I can't believe I am finally here. It has been a whirlwind of a day, just busy and great, very productive. Happy first week of May. As I've promised and committed to come to you about 7 to 10 minutes once or twice a month and just share wellness tips. Today we have our series this month, which is Revitalizing Yourself with Lasting Lifestyle Changes and a Wellness Mindset, and we are in part 2. But before we get started, I've got a great topic for you of cognitive psychology of wellness. I want to just take a few moments of stillness, for all of those that were affected in the shootings in Allen. I say shootings because there were 3 that I know of in the North Texas area this past weekend in Allen, tragedies. There was also, when I went in, and I mentioned this yesterday, when I went in to say a prayer, we are in the week, the National Week of Prayer, and the month that I like to say, I was just dumbfounded by, wasn't just Allen, but it was up in Gainesville, and then it was also in Dallas. So I'd like to just take a few moments of stillness and prayers for all of those affected with this, as well as maybe you are one that's been affected by the tragedies in Uvalde, or the wars in Ukraine, or the horrific things that were happening over in Syria, Turkey, Lebanon, or maybe it's just within your own community, within your own home, or it could even be within your own self. This is just a few moments of stillness for you, asking God for that hedge of protection as we just give that stillness and knowing that it will be okay. And this is time for you as we ask God, not just for that hedge of protection, but for comfort and guidance and understanding and peace, removing the violence, allowing us to just better understand and just to speak kindly with love, grace, forgiveness, and compassion. Thank you so much for that. Well, we've got a lot of awarenesses this month that I want to start off with sharing. And first and foremost, I want to share about mental health awareness is one of the ones that we have. We also have skin cancer awareness, National Walking Month. I don't even know. I thought I had that last month. We've got Share a Story Month, National Clean Air Month, National Nurses Week for all you nurses out there, National Teen Self-Esteem. When I talk about the violence and we talk about nonviolent communication, compassion, grace, forgiveness, it really goes out for our next generations of what is being affected in self-esteem, mental health, for our teens. Neurodiversity celebration, food allergy awareness, World Lupus Day, National Meeting Planners Appreciation, Teacher Appreciation, Jewish American Heritage Month, ALS awareness, Better Speech and Hearing Month, Bladder Cancer Awareness, Be Kind to Animals Month, And the last one I've mentioned is the Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. If I've not mentioned your something that is passionate to you, please drop it in the chat below. Let me know. Also, let me know where you're coming from. So the topic that I mentioned that I have for you today is cognitive psychology of wellness. There I go, the cognitive part. So, which is something for me to share my purpose, passion, and why is being a survivor, an overcomer of a progressive degenerative neuromuscular disorder, along with depression for over 30 years now. But I'm here today with my voice. Whether or not I trip up on my words, the cognitive part doesn't connect all of the time, I am still passionate about being a voice for those that don't have and using that voice as long as I do have that. Encouraging each of you to share your gifts, share your passions, and be vocal about it. My name is Michelle Maynard MacArthur, and I am your hospitality, health, and wellness strategist that is here to help guide you through a positive process for change. And that is with a lean, holistic, healing approach from the inside out. That lean stands for our pillars of your lifestyle, exercise, attitude, and nutrition. Fun part is taking and showing you 2 top luxury wellness destinations all over the world. I am all about wellness retreats, wellness workshops, and executive coaching and consulting. My devotion is to you executives, entrepreneurs, retirees, helping you improve your health and well-being while you find that perfect mind, body, and soul balance between what is most important is your self-care, then family, then work, and then play. In that order is what I like to say. The tips that we have for you today are being brought to you by MacArthur Accommodations, where we are a hospitality, health and wellness coaching and consulting advisement company that specializes with those worldwide innovations to reflect, recharge, and renew yourself one step at a time. I am a master certified health and wellness coach that complements the certification I have in traditional Chinese medicine, along with a 30+ year career in hospitality, site selection, luxury hotels, group planning. If you're looking for that solo retreat, group retreat, wellness retreat, whatever type of retreat or group event, or just a group trip, we got you covered. Let us know. We would be honored and at your service to guide you through that and help you. So, as I mentioned today, the wellness tips are cognitive psychology of wellness. And I was really inspired from this book from the amazing author, Michael Orlowski, PhD, Dr. Michael Orlowski, in his book of the wellness coaching, where we really focus on here at MacArthur Accommodations that appreciative coaching, motivational coaching. And for this month's series of revitalizing yourself with lasting lifestyle changes and a wellness mindset. And we are in part 2. So, as I mentioned, this is going to be the 5 tips I have for you today. And my question to you is, are you afraid of taking chances? What changes are you looking for you to make this 2023? We are in the month of May. It's my month. I love May. This is my birthday month. This is Mother's Day month. And it is when all the flowers and the beautiful rain comes out and makes everything so green. So love May. I do want to give a disclaimer that this is all for educational purposes only. So you know that we are not here to treat, diagnose, or prescribe. If you are in danger, please seek a professional medical help immediately. I am happy to post in the chat right there if you need that text number. Or if there's something that you do need, some resources, we would love to help you with whatever resources to help guide you through that. Or if you're just looking for an amazing coach, we got you covered to help guide you again through that positive process for change. So number 1 is the effects of inner critic or gremlin on our lives. And there are gremlins on our lives. We have the continual My eyes are playing tricks on me today. We have a continual advocate for safety in the status quo. Here, fear is personified in the sense of the things that we say to ourselves that really hold us back. And this fear, this need for safety, is not a rational fear. This kind of need for safety we might simply call good judgment. The rational fear is the type of fear our inner critic arouses and is based on false evidence appearing. Where it is, and my eyes are really playing tricks on me today. So the false evidence appearing real is what it's based on. There are certain attractions to hold to the status quo or even regress when we are under stress. Number two is minimizing the attractions and the dangers. Health education efforts have exposed the dangers of what we know in our world today, whether it be smoking, drinking, sedentary living, etc. You put whatever is in that dot, dot, dot. Public health efforts have made smoking in public spaces sometimes even inconvenient for those and sometimes illegal. But when we look at other areas of alcohol or of just sitting on the couch and not doing, getting stuck, and I call it in that black hole of texting or the TV or whatever that might be, of not really just getting outside and move, exercise, making sure that you're having that healthy lifestyle of that. The safety needs are prepotent over our growth needs, enhancing the dangers and minimizing the attractions of what is said to be unhealthy behaviors. The growth forward customarily takes place in little steps. And that's what you want to do. You want to take those little bites, those little steps at a time so that you can progress and you can achieve those changes that you're trying to make. Because each step forward possibly is there. But the feeling of being safe, sometimes we don't make those changes because of fear. But when we have that feeling of stepping forward and that feeling of being safe, of operating out of the unknown from a safe home port of daring. So we're looking at from fear to the unknown to really stepping forward to the daring of what's going to become. What am I growing to? What exciting things will I be looking forward to? What is ahead? Number three is being centered, being grounded. Get outside. Make sure that you just take your shoes off, and the wet's ground right a little wet right now, but just grounding yourself in the earth to make sure, and you would be amazed at the differences that does. And just some stillness, stretching. You see me always coming and doing some of these things for stretching and just making that happen. But being centered is not just a matter of working our internal gyroscope, but until we are in a physical balance, which is usually where we want to be, and that's step one. Being physically centered is important to also center yourself centrally. You can do this by focusing right here on on a navel area, just right below the navel, right here, but midway between the back and the belly. And I like to say that you take this hand right here and then this hand about knees, and you focus on the breath and its rhythm. So do that with me for just 3 breaths. Breathe in 3 times through your nose. Bring all that air in and feel your belly just expand. Do it one more time. Breathe in as much air as you can take in. Feel that belly up against the spine and the back, and blow it out in counts of 3. And one last time. That's an area that you can just be physically centered. Doing that just a few times a day you'd be amazed at the differences. It's extremely important to tap into the confidence that you have, taking in the whole field of a view all at once. On a less conscious but extremely important item for you to look at is tapping into the conscious of what one has learned and how to move forward. What have you learned from the past? What failures or what things have you learned that you made mistakes on that you have learned from the past so that you can move forward and you can grow into that area and move out of that area of being stuck, of being in this status quo or just being, into the next place you're going to be. Number 4 is forms of expectations. Relax and move out of this conscious awareness. If one achieves a centered state, there is no room for fear. And the probability of remaining safe decreases each time you do that. Rather than meeting a specific physical, applying this notion of being centered is how we need to bring awareness in the much more expansive experience of living our daily lives rather than meeting specific physical challenges that we may face and just moving forward. Well, my legs hurt. Oh, I have a headache, or I've got too much to do. Moving past that and really getting to where you want to be. What changes are you making for you to be free this 2023? And the 5th and final tip that I have for you, my friends, is the self-actualization and high level of wellness. When we consciously seek to meet our needs, when we live in balance and are true to ourselves, we create that centered life, that safe home port for which to venture out and make those changes. The goal of a life in balance does not mean anxiously attempting to even out everything in our existence. Much of our growth comes from experiences of that uncomfortable edge where growth really happens. So I hope that this has brought you great value. I'm honored that you've come into the space. I want to just say thank you for coming in and being here. Also, hit the subscribe button if you have not done so already, and just subscribe to our YouTube if you're watching us on YouTube or whatever channel that you are watching. Send us a message if you're looking for some resources. Would love to know where you're coming in from in the world and what you think. I hope it's brought you value. If there's a question you have, something you didn't like, something you like, just share it with me. Going to wish you guys off for a beautiful, blessed, and prosperous day. Most important, filled with abundant health. Bye-bye. God bless you guys.